Tonight's broadcast is about to begin. Thank you for joining us on Cedar Creek Media.
This is J.D. Byrd. You are listening to Maybank Sports here on Cedar Creek Media.
It's showtime!
Now your starting lineup for the Henderson County Cavaliers. Cavalry. Number 1, Luis Suarez. Number 2, Kevin Alvarado. Number 32, Alan De La Torre. Number 19, Orlando Ruiz. Number 33, Isaiah Bjorn. Number 20, Victor Campa. Number 6, Brian Mata. Number 24, Pedro Elizalde. Number 7, Kevin Sanchez. Number 29, De La Sandro Soto. And number 10, Javier Leonor.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the broadcast booth. Taylor Honey.
J.D. Byrd.
And we are Cedar Creek Media. Happy to be here for the final home game of the season here for your Henderson Cavalry. And got a good one here tonight, JD. We have got the Threat FC here in town. Of course, it is a kind of a grueling game here for the Cavalry today, JD. They actually had to play last night as well. Unfortunately, dropped a game 2-1 against Allegiance Academy, which we saw here. That is a really good squad over there. So fought it tooth and nail. Unfortunately, not able to come up with the win. So they are looking to get at least one win out of this back-to-back set. Last time the Cavalry saw this Threat FC, they got the win 4-1. Couple of scores from Yael Sandoval, Javier Lenore, and D'Alessandro Soto. So we'll have to see if those guys can come through again. For Yael, it'd be a little bit later on. The Shark, I'm sure, played heavy minutes last night, so going to be starting out tonight on the bench. So Cavalry in their white and red uniforms. Threat FC in the black with some gray. Got to admit, it's a pretty snazzy looking uniform there, JD.
Yeah, not a bad looking uni, that is for sure.
It's not. And of course, as you mentioned earlier, first time we've seen the whites here.
Yeah.
For the Cavalry. So pretty nice little color combo out there today. So Threat trying to work it up, trying to find a passing lane to get through. Are going to have to go back a little bit here. Seeing if they can set something up from the left side. Good challenge there. That was, I believe I thought I saw number 28. Must have been De Alessandro Soto, number 29. You know how my eyes like to play tricks on me. Yep, it is. Definitely. So, it's like, that kind of looks like De Alessandro. That's why it threw me off. But so now, threat again, trying to move it down into the offensive side of the pitch there, but are going to have to retreat all the way back to their goalkeeper. So, going to have to do a full reset here. It's a hot day out there, folks. Let's see. Look, it's 92. And of course, we've had a decent amount of rain and stuff over the last few weeks here. Been a few days since any fell, but the residual effects with that humidity definitely haven't taken off yet. As me and JD sitting here pouring. Matter of fact, I'm calling this through foggy glasses right now just because it is so humid out here.
Trying to work a camera with sweat in my eyes.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So, threat taking a little bit of extra time. It's Leonora down there putting on the pressure as well as Brian Mata. So, they're kind of down there putting on that pressure that we see a lot of times from Sandoval. Working it around here. Threat able to put it up a good ways, but it looks like Cavalry going to be able to take control of this. That's Suarez back there in goal. So he just kind of light tapped it out. Now let's see what the Cavalry decide to do. They're going to work on that far right side. Now Pedro's going to put one forward.
Oh, what
Soto. Oh! Still after the rebound, Soto's nice little fake out. Going to be able to keep it down in scoring territory, but pass just got a little bit lazy there. Ended up with the threat, but man, that was a really big chance there. As we've said plenty of times, the Cavalry start getting pressure. They're pretty good about scoring, but it's going to be an offsides penalty here. I was going to say it looks a little dangerous coming back the other way, but Suarez does a pretty good job. I think he realized that was going to be offside, so ran up, challenged the attacker there, touched the ball, gets the penalty. So smart play from a smart keeper. So now the defense trying to send it forward. They do get it over. Moving it up, that's Pedro has it. Going to send it over to the outside. Alvarado trying to keep it in bounds, but they're going to say he made contact while his foot was out of bounds there. So will be a toss in. See what the threat decide to do. They are going to play that back line again. Lenore in a funky position. And goal almost in. A great job there by the defenseman. 2-on-1, and Lenore has given them just about all they want back there in that goal. Couple of really good chances so far here for the Cavalry. And again, they like to put that pressure on them. When the pressure comes, they don't like to give up any extra chances. Ball's going to be tapped out of bounds there by the threat. So Cavalry going to be able to throw it in from a pretty good spot here. Got some new wireless microphones. We spent about half as much as we did on our last wireless microphones. I mean, we're even picking up the road chatter all the way over there, JD. I'm pretty impressed with these little things. I'm digging them so far. So threat again, going to be playing from that back line. I'm going to try the opposite side of the field. Not giving many passing lanes there. Lozade doing a good job of being a pest over there. Now trying to find somewhere to set it up to. Mata has it. Going to send it back to the back line. I believe that's De La Torre. Yep. Now he'll send over to Alvarado. So just working that back line. Now going to send it more into the middle. Ends up with Lenore. Lenore back to Elizade. Elizade having to fight for it. Does a good job to get it out to the sideline there. Nice move there by Borjan. Able to keep it in possession. Now deep kick. Alvarado's going to have a long run for it, and he's not going to win that chase. Matter of fact, nobody's going to get to it before it rolls out of bounds. But does cross on the outside, so will be just a simple toss in here. Good pressure there by De La Torre, making it uncomfortable for the threat. We're now going to again have to send back to that back line. Defender wasn't, I don't think, really paying attention, so it took an extra second to gather. Now he's going to send it way upfield. It's a good pass coming in, crashing from the left, and Suarez does a good job to come out, make a play on the ball, has to get back into goal quickly. Now another shot on goal. He again is able to get it away. Pass up to Soto. And here we go the other way. Mata going to tap it back. It's now passing along the back line, so a good job again by the Cavs. Holding that good possession from the threat, scoreless. Elizade with it, gonna pass up. Mata trying to find somewhere to go, finds a streak in Lenore, and just, that young man down there from the threat just got a little extra wheels on him. And Mata disappointed with himself, thought he was in a better position than he was. Not able to pick off that little pass. He wanted it though. So now again, threat going to go back to the goal. I've seen that a lot in this UPSL season. A lot of going back to the goalie and running full set plays, or maybe not plays, but full set formations, giving everybody a chance to kind of regroup and do. But the one team we haven't seen do that a whole lot is the Cavalry.
Yeah, no, they are very much as soon as they get an attack angle on it, they are going to fully commit to it.
That is absolutely the truth. And don't get me wrong, goalkeepers have done a great job this year, but they haven't spent a whole lot of time with the ball, in their possession.
Yeah.
Now, of course, they do pass it around the back line, as you're going to see at any level, but a lot more of that forward pace.
That's right. Whereas, a lot of teams that are playing, they like to kind of space the field and just kind of tucker you down. And eventually when that defense gets tired, it's a lot easier to be able to make your attack on it. So that is what teams like to try to take advantage of. And the Cavalry, not so much. They are very much about the pressure, and they will continue to pressure you until eventually you make a mistake.
So moving it up yard by yard here, just with the side-to-side motion. Matriculating, as they would say. One touch up to Mata, had to be sent back. Ends up losing a couple of yards on the exchange there, but now quickly going to move it up again. Fight on the sideline is won by the threat. And even from that distance, 30 yards out away from the goal line. Threat resetting. Now slow pace up. Big kick. Got a man there, and Suarez tried to play it way up about 20 yards. I guess, and then plus the end zone. So that's about 30 yards away from the goal. Ends up working out okay, but about 5 foot to the right. That could have been a not very fun first goal to give up for the Cavs.
Yeah, that was a scary situation there is what it was.
So let's go ahead and get it on the other half of the field here, guys. I was having fun watching y'all down on the offensive side, but defensively, you're giving me some
anxiety over here,
some
guys.
anxiety. There we go. There's the word I was looking for. I was going to say headache. Not necessarily headache. I like watching it, but give me a little anxiety.
For sure, they run a very high-risk, high-reward game.
Had some contact right at about the 40-yard line, but no call. Threat was one, and now they're going to have the same man get up and run. Suarez is going to be able to come up, make a play on it that time. Realizes there's numbers, so he's wanting his guys to push it a little quickly here. Going down that far outside. Now have it into the middle, trying to get it into the corner. Still a fight for it, and ends up rolling out of bounds. It was a good run at it there. Couldn't quite tell who it was over there. Looks like a Kempa. I want to say it was Victor Kempa over there, but can't swear to it. Was there a substitution that I missed, or was there a card I missed?
I'm not for certain.
I heard a whistle. Not going to lie. I was checking our specs and everything at that moment. Didn't quite catch what the whistle was for, but we do have a stop of play, and it looks like
maybe an injury over there on the sideline.
Okay, thank you.
He get checked out by the trainer real quick.
Good catch over there. Yes, sir. And on a day like today, I would expect to see maybe a cramp or two, potentially from both sides, just because this is that awkward weather. And
looks like we're going to take just a little full stop here.
Yeah. Not exactly positive what's going down here. Tell you what, I always get stuck in spots like this, but I know what I can do. We'll be right back, JD.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right of Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doublekphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
All right, so I guess it was just a timeout there, JD. Didn't see anybody asking for one, but it was there, so that is what it is. Still nothing here, first period. Right at about the 15, well, they're actually doing it counting up, so I guess that'd technically be what, the 30-minute mark, something like that?
Somewhere around there.
Now Threat working from that outside, able to get, oh, that is a nice play there by Kevin Alvarado, giving up his body. Shot on goal there for the Threat, offline, but man, that was interrupted big time by Kevin Alvarado laying out. I don't think he took one to the teeth or anything, but he's still down there. All right, right, looks like we're going to have another short timeout. So let's go ahead and keep paying the bills. Be right back after this.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake Area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Byrd with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
All right, back here to it. Alvarado able to get up and walk off on his own power. We're back into it here. Didn't quite see who it was that came on. Looks like we might get the answer here in just a minute. No, actually, they sent Torres over this way. Or, excuse me, Campa. They sent Campa over this way. So whoever filled in is filling on that far side. I can't quite see who it is right now. I apologize. Threat do get a through pass. Campa going to have to go chase it down. Now playing again on the opposite side of where he started. Beautiful slide tackle there. Breaks up the timing. Oh. Torres is actually going to draw a penalty on it. It looked great from here, but got to admit, I'm not a soccer expert by any means, and I'm sitting about, 120 feet away? So. All right, so taking a little time to get her all set up here. And it looks like it is, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's number 3, Kevin Rodriguez down there. Came in to take the place. Sure looks like him from here. So threat with it. Vindicated. That is my boy Kevin Rod over there. K-Rod. And now going to be another penalty assessed here to the Cavs. This time on the far side. And it looks like they're saying Kevin Sanchez. I believe that's who they picked up the penalty on.
He's going to get the penalty kick this time.
And it was a pretty good attempt there, but it ends up rolling out of the back of the pitch. So De La Torre going to be doing the honors here. He's going to send it deep. Lenore's going to have to run it down. Let's see if he can get it off the touch. Able to circle around and take possession. Taps back to Mata. Now right back to him. Now Campa. Lost it, but is able to get it back again. Trying to find somewhere to go. Puts it down the sideline. Soto trying to find somewhere to go. And, it was a good thought. Just couldn't quite get it in the spot he wanted. Lenore was streaking behind a couple of threat players. But the threat were able to just kind of stick in there and pick it away. Now physical play by Mata, and that is going to draw a whistle. 24th minute. As you can see on your screen, still nothing. Oh, yeah, did you see I added the logos this week? I thought,
right.
Hey, I go pop on the logos. That's something I could do. You know, one of these days we're going to become professional, JD. Now, Threat able to get it up, but a good challenge there by Rodriguez. Actually nets the ball. Elizade is the one who came up with it, but was due to the pressure there by Kevin. Now Mata with it. Sends into the corner. There's Elizade. Campa tried to get the corner. Ends up being tapped out of bounds, but they're going to say it was by the Threat, so corner kick coming up here. I said corner a minute ago. He was trying to get the cross, not the corner. Now the corner is coming up.
Got a perfectly placed pole right there.
Exactly where you don't need it to be. Left-footed kick is up, and it's going to sail too far. It was a really nice effort there by Elizade to try and get over and put it back into a spot where his guys could play it. But unfortunately, ended up right there with the Threat goalkeeper. Again, remember, some of these guys are playing on not fresh legs. As a lot of them played last night on the road. Ooh. Big slide tackle there. Campa went head over heels. Got right back up, and the Cavs able to take right back possession here. This is Ruiz tapping, or no, excuse me, that's Borjan over there. Tapping it to the outside. Now Mata with it on the inside. Gives to K-Rod. Rod has his pass taken away, but that is right. That's the Bulldog attitude right there of Kevin Rodriguez. If he makes a pass he doesn't love, he is going immediately back and trying to find possession for his team again. Now gets it over to the left side. Sanchez going to slowly work it down the sideline. Makes a move back to the inside. Gets to Elizade. Elizade going to put a shot on goal just high. But there we go. Pressure back on the offensive side here for the Cavs. Coming up on 20 minutes left, not including extra time here in this first half. Threat doing that defensive game. There was 3 Cavalry members standing right back there, and they are having a hard time getting past them. Finally able to break that line, but it looks like it's going to be at the cost. It looked like it was going to be at the cost of possession. Now it's going to be a free run. Suarez has one poked over his head. Got lucky. It just kind of kept on floating. Would have been good for 3, but it's not good for 1, JD.
It's a good old football versus football joke there, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Moving upfield here. Again, trying to find those soft spots. Both teams have had a couple of chances to stuff one in so far. Nobody's been able to quite capitalize. Ooh, Lenore takes some contact, and that is going to get a whistle. So the Cavalry now going to be on the receiving side. About one of those free kicks. Rodriguez is going to be doing the free kick. And while he's doing it, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings here in the North Texas, or the Texas North Blue, excuse me, is a shot on goal.
Oh, boy.
Just squeaks to the right. But as you see, your Cavalry right now own sole possession of that 3rd place within the division, which is good enough for a playoff spot. So could use a win here. As you see, Threat just 1 game behind them. So could really use that win to solidify their hold on that number 3 spot. Now, deep pass down the right sideline. Threat not going to be able to quite handle it. I'm sorry, I just had a thought hit my brain. I was working on it while I'm doing this, too. But now Cavs going to be able to get into position. And, oh, Lenore had a run on it, just not quite able to get to it in time. But Cavs knocking on the door.
Running at full speed there, not quite able to get the touch that he needed on it to be able to get possession of it. Just kind of went a little too far on it.
All right, so sorry about that, but you said football to football, and that made me think, me and JD are doing a little like Hard Knock style documentary over the summer and football year for the Maybank Panthers this year. And we had a little sneak preview I made. Did you get a chance? Did you get to watch that little sneak preview I sent you?
I did. I liked it.
So I was like, let's go ahead and throw it in, and at halftime we can show these nice folks what we'll have cooking up, is that'll be played right here on the Cedar Creek Media channel. So sorry, while I was thinking about it, wanted to plug it in real quick, so got it knocked out.
Done with the self-plugs now.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I meant plugged into our software.
Gotcha.
So yeah. But yes, done with our self-plug, at least until halftime. At least until halftime. So Cavs moving around the back end as De La Torre gives up to K-Rod. Rodriguez looking for somewhere to go. He's going to send down the sideline. Little one touch for Borjan. Gets it into the middle. Now a run at it. And that was a good that was actually Borjan there. So who was that over on that far end over there?
Kevin Sanchez, just not quite able to get to it.
Thank you. Got lost in my sauce there for a second. So, like he said, Sanchez not quite able to run it down over there. And, big rip, and there's the goal!
Javier Lenore.
How about that from deep? From standing on about the hash mark of the 10-yard line. I wasn't expecting it. And, man, he even caught me off guard. Big rip into the bottom right 90 there, cross face. And that is a 1-0 lead for your Cavalry. And again, important game here. So, got to like the early lead.
Yeah, he definitely caught the threat off guard. I mean, he just kind of turned around and booted that thing and found the correct spot to be able to get it past that goalie. That was terrific by Javier.
I mean, literally caught me off guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was one of those things where going back to football, sometimes you get faked by the fake handoff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what just happened to me right there. I felt like I didn't know what was happening. Ball ends up off the pitch, out of the back line.
De La Torre just going to let it roll out.
Gave it up to Suarez, who's going to give right back over to him. So I think he's trying to find somewhere. I thought he was trying to find somewhere deep to go with it. Maybe there's just nothing there. Nice little tap move. Elizade. Beautiful move. Now gets it up to Soto. Soto has a chance here. And, going to be caught from behind. Just couldn't quite get it in his shooting pocket there. Now Lenore with it, and he's going to command a lot of respect through the rest of this ball game. Kind of like Curry now. They're expecting him to shoot from just about wherever. Now K-Rod with it, loses, but again, that Bulldog attitude goes right back after it. Unfortunately, not quite able to dig it out this time. And, heavy contact. And whistle. Who's that? I think it was Ruiz, Orlando Ruiz, that got the whistle. We'll get her started up again here. 32nd minute. Cavalry able to get the ball back pretty quickly here. Lenore with it in the middle, going to send a high arcer down the sideline. Nice control, but 2-on-1, just a little too much there for Sanchez. Rodriguez now with it in about the middle of the field, going to push to Elizade. Elizade going to send over to the sideline. Campa going to work up this side, trying to find the cross. Step back and is going to send back to Mata. Mata now to Elizade. Elizade trying to find somewhere in the middle to go with it. Playing a little keep away. Now we'll send back to the back line for a reset. Mata trying to find somewhere to go. We'll give right back to Delatorre. Delatorre now going to send all the way across. Borjan going to try and find some space up the left. Sends up to Ruiz, I do believe that is. Or no, excuse me, that's Sanchez over there. And Threat had a little bit of a chance to kind of poke it away, take some of the pressure off, but not able to capitalize. Do move him back just a bit. Now that is Ruiz there in the middle, sends over to the far sideline. Now up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez trying to find somewhere to go with it. Going to give him plenty of space. And, oh, just a little miscommunication there. So now Threat going to try and work it up the field. Lots of white jerseys surrounding everybody who gets a touch. Now we got a real run at it, and Suarez going to poke it away back towards midfield. Threat stay in possession. Trying to find a soft spot, able to advance a bit, and oh! So Campa, they say Campa goes through the Threat player there. So that will warrant another whistle.
Looks like we're going to head to the sidelines yet again.
And it looks like there's going to be another timeout. So while they're doing that, let's go ahead and take one with them. We'll be right back here on Cedar Creek Media.
Hey Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Golden Chick's new Golden Bowl is so big, it's a whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, then we cannot lie. The new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of Golden Chick, a big bowl you can't deny.
So again, Taylor Honey,
J.D. Byrd.
we are Cedar Creek Media hanging out here at Maybank Panther Stadium. Little Cavalry Threat FC action here on a Sunday. Final home game of the year for you, Cavalry. I again have the standings up there. So as you see, it's been an outstanding first season for the Cavs. Do need a little work to keep themselves in a good position to get into the playoffs. You see, it's been a little bit of a rough go here in the last few games. 1-4 in the last, or excuse me, 1-3 in the last 3 games. But played so well at the beginning of the year that they still find themselves in a pretty good position here, JD. Just got to cap things off, and what a better way to do it than the last home game of the year, you know?
That's absolutely right.
So it looks like we're just about ready to get back underway here. There we go. Back into it. Suarez going to come up and, man, was not able to catch it cleanly. And
Trouble
bounces
there,
around,
but able to
but
save himself.
that is exactly right. Now, Cav's going to try and move it up quickly, and that is a beautiful pass. Now, Campa trying to find someone to go.
What a
Now he
move.
gets around, puts across to the middle. Lenore sends to the corner. Now, Sanchez with it, trying to find a cross. Rips it in through it. Oh, man. I say it a lot. Good thought, bad spot. Needed to put it about another foot out in front of the goalkeeper. Elizade is going to be there for an easy goal. Or, excuse me, Soto was actually there. Would have been an easy goal. Ball ends up getting cleared, but ends up out of bounds. And as we've seen, a technique deep into halves. Whoever has to go get the ball is definitely not in a big hurry to get it this time.
Yeah.
Alan De La Torre, happy to take a couple of extra seconds to catch that breath. So Ruiz has it. Going to send down the left side to Mata. Gives over to Borjan. Borjan now gives up to Elizade. Elizade trying to find somewhere to cross into. Has to tap back. Rodriguez now going to advance the ball. Able to get through traffic. Gets to Lenore. Lenore trying to find somewhere to go. Finds an open Mata. Now Mata waiting for somebody to come up and claim the ball. Gives back to Pedro, who, again, is just now into his he just graduated, so he's just now officially a non-high schooler. Graduated, probably a couple of weeks ago or a week or so ago, like most. So congratulations to him. Threat still having trouble here, breaking through the defense of the Cavalry. Going to try that far side now, see how it works out for them. Just happy to keep it on that far side. Just waiting for any opportunity if the Cavs get out of position. Now going to try back the other way. Have a man streaking down the sideline. Pass is going to be too strong. It ends up, we'll have to see what they declare that, because it looked like it kind of hit off the flag and rolled around. So I'm not sure if they're saying, okay, they are going to say it went across the back line. So Suarez kicked it off. Now Elizade trying to find somewhere to go. Slowed it down a bit. That was a good move. Now pass all the way outside to Campa. Campa gives up to Soto. Soto trying to find somewhere to go. Taps it up to Campa. Campa looking for the cross. And, was trying to get it to Elizade. Was in a good position there, but a couple of guys there. Sanchez and Elizade occupying the same space. Might have been a bit better of a shot on goal if Sanchez had a little more room to work with, but sometimes just kind of how it works. Two guys
Gotta
going
work
after.
with what you're given sometimes.
Yeah, two guys going after possession when it's a loose ball like that. Sometimes it just kind of happened that way. Now De La Torre does a good job of keeping possession here. Now he's going to push it up. And, heavy contact, and they're going to say last touch by the threat. Whistle as well. I mean, I'm as big of a Cavalry fan as anybody, but got to admit that one looked like it was kind of mutual contact. I don't know about the whistle on that, but hey, it is what it is. Now the Cavalry working that far side. Ball kind of floated up in the air. Do a good job of hanging on. That was a beautiful move by Elizade. Now going to try and rip it from way back and just didn't get what he wanted on the ball. I think he was trying to get a little slice on that and didn't quite go what he wanted to. And, oh. So Rodriguez going to get hit with the whistle here. We are officially at full time here, so should technically just be the overtime. Stoppage time, I guess I should say, is a more apt term.
Yeah, not quite sure how much stoppage time we'll be having. There was a lot of stopping.
Well, JD, as former football players, like Coach used to say, we'll just keep going to the whistle.
That is darn right.
So here's Bourillon, made a big leap down the sideline, now trying to find somewhere to go with it. Tapped it over to Lenore, so they just had to kind of one tap it a few times around just to get it out of traffic. Now Elizade with it gives back up to Rodriguez. Rodriguez over to Mata. Mata going to send up. So back and forth here. Now going to send all the way over to Ruiz. Let's see what Ruiz decides to do with it. He's going to tap it forward. Rodriguez now trying to find somewhere to go. Makes a move between a couple of defenders, gets himself some space, sends over to Campa. Campa wasn't able to quite get that first touch under control, bounced off the foot a little too far, and Threat able to take advantage of it. So now Threat trying to set up their own opportunity. Ooh, somebody got away with a bit of a jersey tug there. That was Mata, got away with a bit of a jersey tug on that one, but no harm, no foul, right?
If there's no whistle, we don't stop.
Exactly. So, oof. Nice, strong defending there by Rodriguez, who, again, built like a bulldog. Got that thick power base to him. That time loses the ball, had a couple of defenders coming from a couple of ways, saw one from one way, didn't see the other, but Cavalry able to reclaim possession. Now De La Torre with it. Sends up to Campa. Campa trying to find a space. Now gives right back to De La Torre. He's going to cross it all the way to Bourillon on that far side. Bourillon trying to find somewhere to go. Finds Lenore. Trying to streak around. Now Lenore going to have a chance. Has an open space. Has an open man as well. Gets it to Soto. Soto. Go! So the two-man game just doesn't quite work out there for the Cavalry. Lenore didn't get it quite as clean, I don't believe, as he wanted to down in that, right in the goalie box. Got that pass out a little slow and a little lack in the RPM department. But was a great thought and a great chance. Just going to have to put a little bit more on there. Coming from the fat, bald guy that's never played soccer. Now Suarez has it. Looks like he's going to be happy to slow play it out a little bit. Gets up to Elizade. Elizade going one-on-one, kicks over to the side to Rodriguez. Rodriguez sends out to the sideline with Bourillon, who gives right back to Ruiz. Cavalry, not in any big hurry to get this pushed up. Now do have it in the middle of the field. One touch back. De La Torre, the light little tap over to Ruiz. And again, deep here in this half. Looks like the Cavalry going to be happy to just kind of feel their way up, not really feeling the need to push with that one goal lead. Now another whistle. Yeah, you know, when you're sitting up that point and this deep into the half. No reason to really push and get ahead of yourself because that's whenever, things can happen. So
It's where the
sit
mistakes
back.
are made, yeah.
Yeah, sit back, play it safe. And looks like the Threat are going to do that defensively as well. Going to employ the bend but don't break strategy. They're going to go way across over to the other sideline. Campa gets it off the chest, able to turn it inside. Gets it to Lenore, and see, are they going to say, yeah, they're going to say the Threat actually were able to kick it off from Lenore. De La Torre throws in. So still have it down here on this side. Soto kind of lurking there. Campa gives to him. Now Soto crosses inside to Elizade. Elizade now going to go back further inside, I guess you could say. Working it around is Borjan. Rodriguez pushes it up. Lenore, some fancy footwork, gets to Sanchez. Sanchez going to take a rip. Blocked, and rebound shot by D'Alessandro Soto. Doesn't quite find the mark either. Cavalry going to be able to keep possession, so let's see if they can get one more good shot on goal here for the halftime bell. They are pushing, and going to be a whistle. Mata took quite a bit of contact. They're going to say he originated the contact, so whistle will go against him. So something that the guys got to be happy for. The cloud cover has really rolled in here since the beginning of the game. I'm sure for them out there that is a godsend.
Yeah, right.
Helping cool things off just a bit. Now Threat have it on that far sideline. Cross is ineffective. But are able to keep it down on this side. Slide tackle is doesn't work out, but shot on goal doesn't work out for the Threat. So it was a beautiful run down there, but not a very good shot on goal after the shake and bake moves.
Looks like it's going to end up being a corner kick from the Threat here. So I'm thinking they're saying they must have ricocheted off of a Cav player.
Yes, sir. Again, scoreboard says we're at full time, but we've been at full time for about 5 to 6 minutes at this point.
Close to 10 now.
Got to be getting pretty close here to halftime. Again, hope you hang out here with us. We'll send you to a quick commercial break and then give you a little exclusive sneak preview of Path of the Panthers, our Hard Knock style documentary we were doing about the Maybank Panther football team this summer and into the season, and it looks like it's about time for that, JD. So after one half, the Henderson County Cavalry 1, Threat FC nothing. Let's go ahead and take a short break, and then, like I said, we'll send you that sneak preview. After that, probably just be here for a minute as me and JD kind of recuperate here at halftime. Then we'll come back shortly before the second half and get you set up. All right, well, enjoy the preview of Path of the Panther coming up shortly here in about 2 or 3 minutes.
Barks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right of Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doublekphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Byrd with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
I want to change everything. I want to be able to turn it around, and instead of losing and just going through the motions and walking through practice, I want to be able to have care and still have fun at the same time, but bring each other closer as a team, be more of a team, more together, and be able to go win games and push each other, encourage each other, and bring each other up, not bring each other down.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting. I never settle, don't play. Putting the kettle to flame. I go 100 all day. Foot on the pedal, no brakes. 10, 9. Paid all my dues, waited in line. 8, 7. Now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5. King of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. 'Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like this is my time. This is my time.
Hey Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
Golden Chick's new Golden Bowl is so big, it's a whole lot of yes and a whole lot of yum. So if you like big bowls, then we cannot lie. The new loaded mashed potato bowl is a whole lot of Golden Chick, a big bowl you can't deny.
And here we are, ready for the second half of play. Okay, yep, nope, I turned them down too far, JD. Now I can't hear anything. There we go. All right. Is that still loud enough for you? All right. With these new little wireless mics we got, they're so much louder in our personal headphones. Had to find out a little perfect little mix there. So there we go.
Still getting all adjusted.
Yeah. So again, heck, I'll shout them out. Hollyland, Lark Ones,
If you need a good, and these connect to our computer, our board, our phones, like pretty much anything and everything. Comes like 4 or 5 different connections you can connect it to. And it was like $60 on Amazon, man. And it's one of the better microphones we've bought. So, like, okay. For example, that guy's probably 30 yards away from that microphone. You hear it like it's right there. All right. So anyway, enough of the shenanigans. Let's get back into the action here. So second half of play, teams obviously have flipped sides of the field, that is. I apologize.
Ooh, that one kind of got away from the Cavalry. Able to get it back under control, though.
All right, so let's see here. So threat looks like they're going to start out the half on the offensive here. Couldn't quite get the ball where he wanted on his feet there for the Threat FC player. So going to have to pass back out to the back line, reset things again. Now pass in, boy, that had some heat on it. Heard that slack off the chest, and so did that big left-footed kick there. Elizade couldn't quite get a hold of it, but Suarez able to go low, scoop the ball up off of the ground.
You know what? That goes to show you how much better these microphones are. I was hearing that pop in my ears.
Exactly. Heard it off the chest down there. It really is night and day. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Baby. So Suarez, again, had a kind of a long shot at him, but able to swat it down without much of a threat. Oh, I guess I need to change that here. As it is not period number 1 now. It is period number 2. All right, Cavalry moving it down. And big rip there. Goes to the right of the goal.
Not quite able to get the bend on it he wanted to, I think, but
No,
it was a great idea.
You know, that's what's so crazy. You know, these guys are so talented that they don't get the bend they want sometimes because they're so used to kicking the ball straight. If I kick a ball, it is going about 4 yards forward and then about 8 to the left. I mean, I cannot get a ball to go straight to save my life. Oh, nice job there. Sanchez able to rip it away, keeps the ball down in this side. Little back, no look pass there. Mato wasn't expecting it. It was in a good spot from Elizade, but nobody there in time to receive. Now a big fight for it as Campa is going to be able to, he had possession, but not able to get it under control before the ball rolls out of bounds. So going to be a throw in here for the Threat. Taking a little time here to decide. Now it's going to be a little dink in. And Elizade does a good job to take control of that. Gets it all the way up to Lenore. Lenore trying to work some way.
Move.
That was beautiful. Now a big run here. And, just not quite able to get down to it. I think that's a man on here in the second half. I believe that's Jack Torres who had the run there. A nice little one tap from Lenore. Oh, it was a nice save there from the Threat. Man, that looked beautiful. Just not quite able to capitalize, but man, give them a couple of more chances at that, and I bet you they'll put one in the net. Okay, now as I'm getting to look over, can confirm that that is Jack Torres into the ball game. Probably will see a few substitutions happen again. Playing in back-to-back nights here are the Cavalry.
So Orlando Ruiz standing, waiting for the all-go signal. Now is going to throw in. Tried to get it to Mata. Ball's hung up in the air. Threat will take possession. As we saw plenty in the first half, going to kick it back to the goalkeeper. Hard reset. Cavalry not really pushing yet, but now Mata is going to try and push things a bit, and he ends up with his foot on the ball. K-Rod now with it, gives over to Elizade. Elizade. And big rip there for Leonore, but just a little too high. We've seen a couple of decent shots on goal now here. As we know, these guys like to apply the pressure until finally the opponent breaks. So let's see if they can keep squeezing. And it looks, oh man, it almost looked like they were going to be able to wrangle one right from in front of the goal.
Able to come up and get that one, though.
Yeah, Ruiz did a good job. Leonore just not quite able to get over in position to receive the pass. Now Sanchez, they're going to say, okay, good. They say he doesn't touch it. So Sanchez does a good job not to play the ball. Throw in there by Isaiah Bourgeon, which, by the way, I'm going to make sure I say that right. Appreciate his family back in California watching us here on the YouTube. Make sure I get that said correctly. Is it somebody with a last name that nobody ever pronounces correctly? I get it. So K-Rod with it, trying to make a move to the left. Does a good job just to be able to keep the ball at his possession. Kind of used the referee as a little bit of a pick there. Now with it into Torres. Torres gets it in, crosses, Mata. Oh, just a little too high for Mata to be able to get possession. But now Sanchez has it. He's going to rip one, unfortunately, right at the goalie. And if anything, making this threat team expend some real energy down there on the defensive end. Coming right out of halftime, that could be a big factor later on into this ball game, especially with the non-fresh legs for the Cavalry. Kind of even the playing field a bit, if you would. Now that is a good front pass here for the threat, and they're going to try and get it up the sideline. Campa does a good job there, was trying to initially go right at the ball, as Suarez does a good job to be able to deflect it. Going back to what I was saying about Campa, at first was going for the ball, realized he wasn't going to win the foot race, kind of peeled off on an angle, and I think that really disrupted the threat chance there. As Campa again was not going to win that foot race, so did the exact right thing there. So, throw in. And white jerseys surrounding the ball. Somebody's got to come up and get it. If they don't, now they're going to charge the goal. And did that clank off the post?
Denied by the post.
Oh, man, a wide open goal for the threat. Clanks off of the white goal post.
There's going to be the first card that we've seen today.
Yeah, and that was Victor Campa taking some real contact there. You see who they gave the card to?
Big number 9 there in the middle of the field.
Okay. That stinks. We don't get to see many cards, so I like to see, I don't know, something about that, going up and sticking a card in your face. It's like insult to injury, you know what I mean? So deep kick. Torres going to be able to control it, gave to the sideline. And unfortunately that time, ball is going to be tapped out of bounds. So threat will take back over, give it back to the defensive line here. Now going to reverse field, go back the other way. Now all the way inside. Again, white jerseys doing a good job of surrounding whoever has the ball. Now a deep one. Going to be ripped and going to be offsides. Ball just hung in the air a little bit too long, I believe. Now, Leonore trying to find somewhere. Gets it to Torres. Torres has got some space. He's got a man here, and not able to get it back cleanly. Mata had a beautiful run right at center goal. Torres is able to get that, put it in a good spot. That probably would have been an easy goal. De La Torre, does a good job keeping the ball in front, keeping it in position for the Cavalry to do something with it, keeping the pressure off of Suarez back there.
Oh,
now
here's another
free
one.
run. Mata is going to squeak it by. So Brian Mata gets the insurance goal as he is able to sneak around the backside.
Number 6, Brian Mata.
And it is now a 2-0 lead for your Cavalry.
Fantastic downfield vision right there by De La Torre to just find Mata with no one around him and set that one up. That was what they call a textbook, if you will.
So we've seen 2 exciting goals. First one coming from Leonore in the first half with the left-footed rip. That time Mata able to go right down Main Street.
Mata going to come back with that immediate pressure.
Yeah, that's kind of seems to be what happens with him. He has something, he plays hard all the time, but he has something go right for him. It seems to just add a little nos in the tank, you know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, that's anybody.
Yeah, 100%.
When you get a little taste of that success, you're like, okay, let's go get some more.
Now Sanchez with it. Pass going to be offline for K-Rod. Going to have to run it down, but is able to get it before it goes out of bounds. Kicks over to Ruiz. Ruiz up to Elizade. Elizade going to have a little space to run. Nice little fake move. Gets it over to the outside, whether by design or just perfect accident. No, that time Campa just took his eyes off the ball, and it ends up rolling out of bounds as he's not able to get a foot on it. Threat with the big run down the side. Sanchez finally stepped up, denied it. Threat now working from back to mid. Running down that hash mark. Now going to pop one out. Borjan going to be able to go over and fight for the ball.
Little block out right there.
That's exactly it. Maybe should have been a basketball player. Now the man just came up with the assist, De La Torre. De La Torre. Gave it up. That was to Campa on that sideline, but now Lenore having to fight to get back possession. Now Mata coming over, defend the ball. Able to push it up, but Borjan able to get it without much conflict. Now Sanchez going to slow walk it. Turned it upfield, went towards the middle. Now Rodriguez with it. Back to Sanchez. Sanchez again going to try and go towards the middle. Has a couple of passing lanes. Sends over to Elizade. That was Lenore. Gets over to Campa. Campa now looking for the cross. Has Mata over on this far side. Can he run it down? Yes. Let's see if he can do anything with it. Gives up to Sanchez. Sanchez with a nice move. Gets to the middle. Puts a rip. And
oh man.
Just a little far. Again, trying to go on that bottom right 90. Good shot on goal. Just doesn't realize. JD, I hope you don't mind if I stand up and kind of walk around this little area here.
Ain't bothering me none.
If I get too close, just push me away. Interesting enough, and this is an observation I'm just now making, but if I'm the Cavalry, I get that you kind of put the shots where you think they can go, but looking at the height of the goalie there for the threat. I think I might be trying to go top corner a little more often.
Let me actually bring that back down. Took a sip of water, forgot to bring my mic back to my mouth. I'd have to agree with you on that. He is he's a little shorter than most of the other goalies that they've seen this year, I think. I don't know all of who they've played, but.
Yeah, and I mean, he's not like, he's not 4'8" out there running around or anything like that. But, whoa, Suarez going to get lucky there. I've seen that a couple of times tonight. And a couple of potentially cheeky goals by the threat that just have not been realized. Looks like we are going to have a quick timeout. So as I like to say, while they take a timeout, let's go ahead and do the same, JD. Pay some bills. We'll be right back right after this.
Parks Environmental Services, located on 405 West Mason Street, provides customer service-driven experience that counts. They offer erosion control services such as rock filter dams and retaining walls, soil stabilization services like hydro seeding and sodding, as well as construction services such as land clearing and subdivision maintenance. Call Parks Environmental Services, the erosion control specialist, at 214-693-8056. And for any forestry mulching needs, call Right-of-Way Land Clearing at the same number. Again, that's 214-693-8056. Parks Environmental Services, putting it down to protect your ground.
Kylie with Double K Photography will help you never forget all those special occasions, wedding and maternity photos, as well as family and senior portraits, just to name a few. With over 5 years of professional experience, Kylie can transform your wildest dreams into reality with pricing options available to fit every budget. Contact Kylie by email to book today at hello@doubleKphotography.studio or online at www.doubleKphotography.studio, where you can also see samples from Kylie's previous works and client testimonials. Double K Photography, a proud supporter of Maybank Athletics.
All right, back to the action here. Me and JD are still amazed by our little microphone find over here, so we're enjoying it. Uh-oh, threat now. Being a threat, get it into the middle. Oh, beautifully done there by Ruiz. Able to step in, has the second play he has to make. Sanchez, is going to get.
Goodness.
Wow, is going to get saved by the pole again. So the luck just not working out for the threat. Now Elizade has a run. Let's see who wins this. Lenore able to poke it, and official having a hard time. They're going to say last touch by the Cavalry. Exciting. Got a little intense there for a second. So no change in the decision. Threat will have it. Goalkeeper's going to tap it away. Gets towards the middle of the field, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Now has to go back to near side. Stepping it down here are the threat. Now go back to the back line, trying to find some space. Not finding much success.
Borjon over here on this far side, and Sanchez doing a pretty good job of the two-man game defending there. They will advance it a little bit on that far side. Now a run at it, and again, Threat not going to be able to pluck in the goal. Been lots of opportunity and nothing finding the back of the net for the Threat here in this second half, really in the last 5 minutes of play.
Go defense, let's go!
So Cavalry again going to go on the attack. And trying to get it passed up there to Leonore, but ball was taken away by the Threat. Ruiz going to return the favor, clear it a bit, but doesn't get it past that line. So Threat again going to come up and try and make a threat. Playing it around that M there in the center logo for a couple of passes, and now I've worked it all the way to that far side. Now going to try and come back in. Little tapper. Torres is there to kind of send it back, but didn't quite get as much of it as he wanted to. Now Ruiz puts a full foot into it, but K-Rod down on the turf. Looked like he took some contact. This will be another penalty kick here. It looks like Suarez is going to be the one to do it. Just light taps it over to Torres. Torres going to find somewhere to go. Goes to Ruiz, right back to Torres. And now a fight for it along the sideline. Threat able to take it away. Slide, that's going to get whistled. Slide tackle is from behind. So Campa going to get the card. Referee taking his notes, getting everything all finalized and official. Now ready for the free kick here, I guess you would say. Big rip into the middle, and ball was bouncing around in harm's way, and Suarez able to come up and give it the big bear hug. Now he's going to send a big boot down. Oof, tough first touch there. Not able to quite get it in position. Now Threat. Going to try and work it down again. Gets around Borjon, but Borjon able to recover quickly. Pass to the inside, going to be cleared by Torres. Now K-Rod with it, kicks to the outside. Torres wound up like he was going to really give it something, then ends up tapping over to Campa, and Campa going to send over to Suarez. Let's see what he does. And he's going to tap over to Ruiz, and now Borjon able to work it up to Sanchez. Now going to go take his spot. K-Rod just couldn't quite keep it on the foot there. So Threat doing a good job staying in the Cavalry side of the field. Trying to get it into the middle. Pass just going to be too high. Suarez going to go ahead and play it before it goes out of bounds. Ruiz now going to have the opportunity. See if he gives a big clear. Nope. Taps over to Borjon. Borjon. Sanchez going to take it into the middle. Give K-Rod. K-Rod makes a move. Splits a couple of men. Gets to Sanchez. Now Elizade. Elizade going to take off. We know he's got some wheels. Now sends it into the middle. And Threat goalkeeper going to be able to get over in time.
Ooh, contact, no whistle. So the larger bodied Ruiz able to win that exchange. Now here's an open chance. Campa driving in, tries to cross, but it ends up flanking off the ankles there of the threat. So corner kick incoming. And it looks like it's going to be Javier Lenore going to the corner to take the chance. Crosses up. Oh, Mata gave a good effort at it, but just couldn't quite get there in time. Rodriguez putting on a lot of pressure, was not able to stop the advancement. Now in a troubled position here. Good job there by Borjan. Able to help out Suarez. Suarez was kind of caught in a no man's land, didn't want to retreat, and obviously give somebody a shot at the goal without really having much of a chance at it, but a lot of space between him and the goal. So good job there by Isaiah just to be able to clear it out, restart everything. As you see, works out in the favor of the Cavalry as they now have it in their possession. Now going to go down the sideline. Pass to the inside. And that is the Shark out there, by the way. Haven't called out Yael yet. Big left-footed shot, does not make much of a threat there for the threat, I guess. I guess I got that word in my brain. It's kind of stuck there now, you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see what the Shark can do here. Again, not going to play a full game. Obviously, he didn't play in the first half or the start of this one, but imagine he logged quite a few minutes last night. Ends up off the back of the pitch there. Threat going to be just a little too high on their shot. Well, a little lot, we'll put it that way.
Very high on their shot.
Can you imagine what these microphones are going to sound like during football season? It's going to be nutty.
That's going to be impressive. Can't wait for it.
So don't get me wrong, we get good crowds out here at the Cavalry games, but those Friday night football games, you know, they're just something special in Texas. I thought there might have been an out of bound or offsides, but they say Sandoval was behind the last two defenders when the ball was put into the air. Didn't get the shot on goal he wanted, but able to rebound here are the Cavalry. Sanchez with it on this near side. Slow rolling it, thought about the cross, now is going to take off to the inside. Taps over to Elizade. Elizade gives over to Sandoval. Sandoval right back to Elizade. Now K-Rod. Just a little too strong on the pass, trying to get it to Mata. Give him a chance for the cross. In the 18th minute here. So drawn to a close on this one. So the Threat are going to have to start pushing here pretty quickly. Finding themselves down 2-0. And again, your hometown Cavalry could really use this game to stay ahead in the standings, or, you know, put them a leg up in the standings, as this Threat team is just one game behind. So a win and loss. Oh, there's going to be a lot of contact. Let's see what the hey, I like that. Guys just playing hard, physical. Knock each other around, bounce around a bit, get up, shake hands, and call it a day. Ref didn't even make them do it.
Nah.
Like it.
Sportsmanship is what we call that.
There you go. There's a good word for it.
Good show of character.
All right, so K-Rod able to wrestle it away, got it up to Sanchez. Sanchez going to have pretty much a free run down that left side. Now he's going to actually take off in a sprint, bends it in, lots of contact with the shove from behind.
You're running.
So penalty. That is going to result in a free kick here. So Sanchez has a chance to tack on another insurance goal. Almost said insurance run, but insurance goal here. With under 15 minutes left to go in regulation, or just about 15 minutes left to go in regulation, excuse me. Slow taps it to the left. And how about that? Go ahead and tack another one on. This time, Kevin Sanchez.
Number 7, Kevin Sanchez.
So 3 goals tonight, all 3 coming from different players. First from Lenore. I'm losing my mind. Who was the last one? I'm going crazy here. You see?
Brian Mata.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. So Lenore, then Mata, and now Sanchez. And I normally write those down. That's why I didn't remember. But I don't think I brought a pen with me, JD. But either way, now a 3-goal lead. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. So let's go ahead and take one more with them. Be right back. Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one of the most overlooked safety features in a car? Everyone checks for seatbelts, turn signals, and airbags, but when's the last time you checked your son or daughter's tire tread? K&S Tires and 7 Points cares about your family's automotive safety and offers a full line of quality tires installed by a team of experts to help give you peace of mind as your loved ones drive to work, school, or run errands around town. Stop by K&S Tire today, just south of the light in 7 Points, and let them help keep your family safe on the roadways all year long. K&S Tires, great tires at wholesale prices.
For nearly 30 years, Carrie Harris Satellite has been the Lake area's trusted satellite and internet retailer by putting the customer and their needs first. And we here at Cedar Creek Media can attest to that. I'm JD Byrd with Cedar Creek Media, and we're not just partners, we're customers of Carrie Harris Satellite, and can't recommend him and his friendly team highly enough. Stop by Carrie Harris Satellite in Athens today and ask how they can get you set up with Dish, Spectrum, Starlink, Boost Mobile, and more at 103 La Costa Street in Athens, or call 903-677-9522. Again, that's 903-677-9522.
Jeff Van Horn and his team at Precision Spray Foam want to help you protect your investments and potentially lower your energy bill with a new layer of insulating spray foam for your home, barndominium, or metal building. Why choose Precision Spray Foam? Because they can help deter moisture, improve comfort and air quality, and provide extra strength to your building for years to come, all while being environmentally friendly and cost-effective. Jeff and his team make installation a breeze and can retrofit for any need. Call Precision Spray Foam today at 903-880-6323. That's 903-880-6323 for your free estimate today. Precision Spray Foam, part of the Van Horn Construction family and proud supporter of Maybank Athletics. Hey, Mom and Dad, what's one?
For nearly 30 years, and we are back once again. A little quick find that I saw. Looking at the sideline over there during the timeout. Got a new goalie coming out for the Threat FC. And their goalie that was back there has changed into a normal uniform for him and is now playing on their back line. So got a little bit of change on the defense for the Threat FC over there. And now, with that being said, Taylor, take it away.
All right, I just thought about that. What I need to do is like on football broadcasts where they have it where they can like draw on the screen or whatever. You know what I mean? I need that so we can like circle people. Like, here's the guy we're talking about. Ooh, beautiful little move there by Bourgeon. Kind of, I don't even know what you want to say. Kind of side poked it, but able to get it away from trouble. Now Mata going to have a chance at it as the goalie doesn't come out to really give much of a challenge to it. Stays in goal. And now turn around. Oh, the Shark, man. He saw it with the left foot, but just didn't quite get what he wanted on it. Trying to give it that little quick footing. Now, going to be a pretty free run there. Oh, no, I hadn't put that goal on here. It was a pretty free run there, but doesn't work out for the threat. And we've said that a few times tonight, JD.
Yeah, I'm about to say they are counting their blessings back there, as that might be like the 7th shot on goal that has just not gone for the Threat FC.
Now Sanchez slow walking it. Of course, he has the latest of the 3 goals here. Is Mata gonna have another one?
Quick strike right there.
So how about that? The Cavalry have exploded here in the second half. 3 second half goals, and they are now sitting pretty with a 4-0 advantage over the Threat FC.
Goal by number 6, Brian Mata.
So a couple for Mata tonight. Last time these guys played, Cavalry also able to put up 4 points. The last time it was Yael Sandoval putting up the 2 points. Javier Lenore scored back in that last one as well. So did Delisandro Soto. So Lenore has scored a couple of goals against these guys this year, 1 in each game. And now Yael Sandoval has 2 and Brian Mata has 2. So how about that? All 3 of those guys with 2 goals against this squad. So Threat pretty much at this point just playing for pride, trying to get a goal on the board. Cavalry are going to oblige them no. Nice pass there from Elizade. Gives to Sanchez. Sanchez again going to slow play. Again go to the middle. Gets to Elizade. Oh, man. They are trying that goalie back there. That was a great looking shot. Doesn't end up working out, but man, Cavalry are having fun here in the final homestand of the season. And again, after playing 2 games in 48 hours, this has been an incredibly impressive display by these guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Ooh, Ruiz selling out there to stop the long pass.
Not to mention that first half that they played was just under an hour long, so already quite a bit of running they've been doing.
That's exactly it, man. So Borjon sends back to Ruiz. Ruiz over to Torres. Torres sends over to Campa. So at this point, looks like the Cavalry are going to be happy to kind of play that keep away game. Elizade now with it in the middle. Flashed the hips and then went the other way. Now has a good run at it. Sanchez streaking down the sideline by himself. Great. Oh, man. Pass came in strong and a little behind him. He did a great move. Be able to keep it in the field of play, but Threat able to step in behind, knock it into the stands. Quite literally ended up in the stands.
Like we got another substitution coming in for the Cavalry.
Yeah, that is Elizade coming off. Can't quite, I want to say that's Raul Flores that came. Nope. That is Brian Torres that came in. So Torres going to come in and occupy the spot that Elizade played at. So Pedro played a great game. It's not going to show up in the scorebook, but was a big part of that heavy push from the Cavalry here, especially in that second half, using that speed in the middle of the field, kind of stretch them thin. Down into the 10th minute. So 10 minutes of play, a little under at this point, plus whatever stoppage time we get allotted.
So I would feel comfortable saying under 15 minutes of game time left here. So it is going to take one heck of a comeback by the Threat to come back and take this one.
Watching the Cavalry right now, just kind of passing around in the back line. And then, of course, right as I say it, they decide to take a shot downfield as Bourgeon down the line.
Oh, tried to cross it over to Sanchez. I think Sanchez thought he had somebody else next to him, was trying to just let that ball pass off, but nobody else was there. But ball does end up out of bounds. That was touched by the Threat. So now the Cavalry going to go right back at it, and that is Lenore. Now he's got an open space, and he's going to chip one into the bottom left. Woo! So now Javier Lenore with 2 goals in the game.
Javier Lenore.
His 5th goal, or no, 4th goal, excuse me, 4th goal. 3rd goal. My goodness, I cannot think right now. 3rd goal against the Threat this season. And it is officially a rout here at Panther Stadium.
Yeah, I think at this point the Threat's just really thinking about a pride goal for themselves.
And where to stop for dinner on the way home.
Yeah, that's right.
And so go ahead and for anybody maybe just joining us or missed this earlier, this is how it currently sits in the Texas North Blue division of the UPSL Division 1. So with the win today, the Cavalry will end their season at 6-4 and will be in sole possession of 3rd place going into the playoffs, which I believe will set them up with a date for the Dallas Dragons, who we saw the first game of the year back here. And now, good shot attempt for the Threat, but even better play by Luis Suarez. That's one of the better plays we've seen him make tonight. It comes late here as there's just about 7 minutes left in regulation here. Threat still trying to push it in. Like JD said, playing for a pride goal here. As Mata going to sacrifice himself. Whistle is going to be blown, so Cavalry take back over here. Bourgeon sends it forward. Sanchez with it, tapping it around. Leonore, trying to find somewhere to go, and they're going to send it high, opposite sideline. Campa able to control it, gets over to Torres. Torres sends into the middle. Okay, I threw myself off. Yes, that is Brian Torres. I was about to say, oh, no, that's not right. There's not 2 Torreses, but there is. And strong kick. I think, Sanchez just kind of had to let that one go. Would have been offsides if he touched it. So had to just kind of let it roll out. Big forward kick here for the Threat. Doesn't result in much. There is going to be a whistle, or no, excuse me, there was no whistle. It is a penalty, or a injury stoppage. So they're going to have to check the young man from the Threat down there. Let's again pop up those standings as they currently sit. I know I'm one of those people that if there's a table up there, I want to read every part of all the tables. So trying to not be frustrating for the folks that wanted to read that. See, so looks like the Threat still going to have one ball game left after this one. Sitting with that 4-4 record, so they're going to fall to 4-5. So they're going to have to really push it to try and get themselves into the playoffs. They needed this ball game just about as bad as the Cavalry, maybe even a little bit more, to keep their playoff hopes alive. Either way, as it sits now, 5-0 lead for you, Cavalry. And if that man can do anything, I think Yael's not trying to put an embarrassing goal up there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to call him now Yael the Gentleman Shark Sanchez, or Sandoval, excuse me, not Sanchez. So let me put it this way: we've seen Sandoval get a ball with that much space, that close to a goal, plenty of times this year, and there's been plenty of times we've called goals on that kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely can work that a little bit. Now here is Lenore. He was trying to go for the hat trick. He wants it. He's close with the 2 goals. I believe that ball ended up somewhere on 175.
The Threat able to get it into Cavalry territory quickly, but nice defensive stand there.
And again, Ruiz ends up with the body on, not him personally, but ends up knocking over another Threat player. But it's nothing Ruiz is doing. It's just they're leaning on each other, and Ruiz is simply just the bigger, stronger man. So Threat just having trouble dealing with his size. Well, Suarez kind of tripped into the ball there, and it was kind of a strange set of circumstances. The ball was going to be clearly going out of bounds, touched by the Threat, but Suarez kind of tripped and ended up falling and fell onto the ball. So now the Threat going to have an opportunity at the corner here. Taking a while to get set. Well, too hard. And that is full time. So 5-0. Cavalry able to defend home turf here today. Get the resounding win and put themselves in a really nice spot to get themselves into the playoffs. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this win is going to seal the playoffs for them.
To stay up to date on playoffs.
And there will be more Henderson Cavalry football or soccer, whatever you want to say, at a later date. Now, exactly when the playoffs are, where, when, all that kind of stuff, don't have that detail yet. So stick on watching the Henderson Cavalry Facebook page, and then we'll be sharing all that stuff out on our Facebook pages as well. So, again, from here at Panther Stadium, Henderson County Cavalry 5, Threat FC nothing. And it was a good one here tonight, JD.
Absolutely.
All right, well, we appreciate you folks for being here with us today. Until next time. Actually, I think our next broadcast won't be until football season.
Yeah.
So we're going to be out of the booth here for a couple of months. So if anybody out there needs some guys to come broadcast a sports game, holler at us. We'll have
Let us
time.
know.
So.
We'll be there.
All right, well, we do appreciate you folks, and we'll see you the next time we're here in the booth. And next time we're here with the Cavalry.
That's right.
This concludes tonight's broadcast on Cedar Creek Media. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again soon.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.